Here at Empower Wealth, we often get asked when is the right time to buy residential investment properties. Well, the question really is back on you in terms of how is your financial circumstances. Are you in a position that you can afford to buy now and hold on to the property for a long term? Because I want to show you something here as I illustrate it. Imagine if we bought a property, say in 5 years' time, and the value of that property increased over time. But let's say hypothetically we could actually buy that property now. Okay, so we did our numbers, we did our budget, and we're seeing this type of growth story. Now it's not this opportunity cost that people lose. So often people say, oh, it's going to wait till the kids get into high school, and they keep deferring it and deferring it. And they think, oh, we didn't lose much because property prices haven't moved much here. But ultimately over time, they're going to move significantly. So it's really important to understand that the opportunity cost is here. It's actually up here. You know, that's the money, because if that's our retirement target date, that's where we want our value to be. So it's going to be down lower than what it is compared to be up higher. Now, the second part of this conversation actually talks about, you know, the actual performance of the property in the property market. So if I was to just quickly take this off and we have a look at, you know, we don't want to get into a market that's going to flatline. So we want to get into a market where we're going to see some financial return quickly. So imagine if we got into the property market at this price point and for roughly 5 years, the value remained flat. And that's about borderless investing. And there's lots of other how-to videos where we talk about going interstate and looking at marketplaces, because wouldn't we like that story to be more like that story as opposed to this flatline story? So it's really important to understand that. So let's recap. You know, in terms of time the market, that's all about whether you can afford it now and looking at your household budget. And we all know our household budgets are going to change, but if you can map out your cash flows, then the reality hopefully is you may be in a position to move earlier rather than waiting all of that time to get into the market. Because we all know as we wait, oh, they just get more and more expensive to actually get in. So look at those numbers and understand that that is time. So it's making sure that we can afford to get into it and looking after it. The second point is the timing. So in recapping, it's about timing the market, and that comes down to this asset selection story. We want the value of our properties to be growing. We don't want them to be flatlining. So making sure that we select the right asset in the right location at the right time. Just remember, knowledge is empowering if you act on it. I hope you enjoyed this how-to session.